Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. That big 40 degrees for the first week of April's always loved. I just want to do a quick tool review. It's almost like somebody at Harbor Freight has been reading my mind. I've talked about these things a few times. What it is it's a 1/4-inch socket driver, but the extension goes straight through to the end. I guess that's who it used to belong to. I got this in a box at a flea market. I think it was, I think I gave 50 cents for it, 25 cents or 50 cents. I don't know what brand name it is. Oh, it's a Mac USA. Oh, you guys nauseous yet? Anyway, take my word for it. It says Mac on it. Anyway, I like these. I like these a lot because, you just plug the end of the socket wrench into it, you break things loose, and you spin them off by hand. Really comes in handy. Anyway, my friends at Harbor Freight... Shoot, I already lost it. Boy, it doesn't take me long to lose things, does it? My friends at Harbor Freight came up with their version of it. Wow, I really did lose it. Oh, here it is. And they call it the telescoping socket driver. If you pull this thing back, right, you can see it extends out. And it extends out quite a distance. And it actually locks. So, just to give you an idea, right, that's extended out beyond my hand length. And you push the bottom thing back in, and it actually goes in a way and it locks. It's obviously 1/4-inch drive, and you could drive it from the back. These things cost... Where are we here? There it is. So they're $9.99, 20% off, because I always use my coupon, which takes it to $7.99 for $8. Also had a coupon in there for the free digital meter because I'm cheap. Anyway, I use that guy like all the time when I'm working on these things, particularly for taking the fenders off. It's really handy. And these fenders, I happen to have Phillips head, but on a lot of these guys, right? So that's not really the right bolt, but they have 10 millimeter. So you break them loose, and then you just take the ratchet off and spin it off. Supposedly, this has the lifetime warranty on it, and that means when you break it, and you will break it because Harbor Freight stuff is not all that sturdy. I'm not sitting here telling you Harbor Freight is like, the older Craftsman or Williams or whatever. You will break it because if you work at it, you'll break it. It's not nearly as good as that Mac up there. But if you break it right away, they'll give you a new one. One of the problems you run into with trading in Harbor Freight stuff, like I happen to like this set. And the reason why I like this set is it goes up to 14 millimeter and 9/16. And the ratchet is relatively long, so you can put some heat to it, so to speak. You can lean on it pretty hard. And the ratchet head, you see how it's pretty thick here? That means it's pretty tough. It doesn't strip out easy. And the sockets are all 6 points. So these things, they sell these typically like $20. then 20% off, so it's $4 off. So you get it for $16-17. So like, I've been very happy with that. Well, they discontinued it. They don't sell it anymore. So I guess you could bring the socket back and they'll get you a socket like it. But I'm also noticing that Harbor Freight seems to be moving away from 6-point sockets, and they're moving more toward the 12-point stuff. Well, if you guys work on this junk, right, you realize that these are pretty soft. So if you go at them with the 12-point, you're just going to round them. They're just going to strip, right? There's no way that you're gonna get that off, even if you oil it with a 12-point, because this metal is just soft. It's not very good metal. So you're better off with the 6-point, and that appears to be what it's moving away from. So even though theoretically this Pittsburgh Harbor Freight stuff has the lifetime warranty, or even if you go through the trouble of, for some of the electrical stuff, like if you buy this grinder, and for whatever reason you really like this grinder, it's got nothing special about it, but they had some of these with kind of a flip switch on the top or on the bottom that you could push down. Well, like, they gave up their flip switch, their press down version of the grinder. I don't know if the switch was malfunctioning and people were putting them down on the switch and then plugging them in and having the thing, take off like an energized rat. I don't know if it was that or what the story was, but they seem to be moving away from that, which kind of leaves you a little bit screwed. Because when you go back and say, oh, I broke my grinder and I have the warranty on it, so for 2 years you got to give me a new one. If they don't have exactly that one, I'm not sure if they'll probably give you one similar. Maybe they'll even upgrade you, but if you happen to really like what it was, you might not get it. It's not like Sears that if you break the ratchet, they'll swap it out for you. Though the one they swap it out for is probably made from China now, where your old ratchet was made in the United States. Some of those ratchets were made right out in Connecticut, and it's a shame they're no longer made here. All that crap is made in China or Taiwan. So there's a quick tool review on this guy. I really happen to like this. It's a good length, a little longer than my Mac one, but not huge, probably 2 inches longer, right? 1 7/8 or whatever longer. But I find that I really use those, and I guess I also threw in a few other comments about Harbor Freight tools while I was having this little discussion. Yeah, I guess that's about it. There's another few things I want to talk about, and a lot of times I'll have a small topic to go into, and I'm always debating whether or not I should do it as a standalone or add it to what I'm talking about. But I kind of have all my seafoam cans up here, so what I'll do is I'll talk about that on a different video. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and please get out there and enjoy all your days. Bye now, folks.